up guys, I'm Tony Wodarck. I'm a wedding photographer out of Southern California. Recently I went up to Santa Barbara and Big Sur with my family on a road trip, and I took along with me my Leica M6 and my Xpan and shot a bunch of rolls of film and just wanted to share some of those with you. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to say this was a road trip with my family, and first and foremost I was just trying to take a break and enjoy my time with my family. And so this wasn't about photography. I was just taking kind of snapshots as I spent time with my fam. And so I wasn't shooting in the best light. For the most part, I was actually shooting in really bad light, either like midday sun or kind of foggy, gloomy skies. Only at one point did I get some nice light in Santa Barbara, but for the most part, I was shooting in pretty bad light. So it's hard to make really beautiful photos in harsh light or just kind of muddy light. And so yeah, I definitely had that working against me, but don't want to give too big of a disclaimer because I do really love these photos and how they turned out. Okay, real quick, I just want to say I created a page on my website that shows all of my favorite things that I use, whether it be the gear I use, my client management system, contracts, all of the different stuff that I use to run my photography business. A lot of them are affiliate links, so if you use any of those, I get a little kickback, so thank you. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I use, please feel free to hit me up. I'm most responsive on Instagram if you just shoot me a DM. So follow me at Tony Wodarck. Also, make sure you stick around till the end to see what my latest camera pickup is.
Let Roman try yours. Roman, try Sissy's.
No, don't.
This film, Velvia 50, it's a 50 ISO. Positive film doesn't have as much latitude as negative film, so with Portra, if I make a mistake, there's a pretty big range of underexposure to overexposure that I can kind of screw up and it still looks pretty good. With positive film, I was trying to be very careful to nail exposure on every single frame so that I got really good positives. And I also wanted to shoot a lot of landscapes, and so I used the center filter on my Xpan. So the center filter is this center ND filter that's one stop ND in the center and then clear on the edges. And so basically it's like a reverse vignette. But when you put this on your camera, you're basically losing a stop of light when you use that. with that, I had to compensate for it when I metered. And instead of having to think about changing it to stop every time I metered, I just decided to change my ISO on my light meter so that I didn't have to think about it and just give myself that stop of difference on my light meter. But where I screwed up was, what would you put for a 50 ISO film if you wanted to shoot box speed and you lost a stop with your lens filter? What would you put? 25 maybe? I put 100. So I actually went the opposite way. So I lost a stop with my lens filter, and then I lost a stop metering. So I actually shot 2 stops underexposed on all of my frames, and I pretty much completely blew it. And so it's a bummer because it's a more expensive film. I think it's like $15 a roll. And the scans, I couldn't use Goodman Film Lab because they don't do E6. And so I had to send it to Richard Photo Lab in Los Angeles. And so I had to mail it, which I usually drive it, and then I wanted to mail the negatives back because I was assuming they were going to be good. And then, yeah, it cost me a lot of money to realize I was an idiot. But I still like a couple of the frames. They turned out okay, and I learned a lot in the process. And I'm really excited to shoot some Velvia again, or some E6, maybe Ektachrome or something. But yeah, it was a learning experience. I won't make that mistake again, and hopefully from watching this video you don't make that mistake either.
Sis, if you want ice cream tonight, smile.
Okay, I guess this entire series is about me blowing it, but I also wanted to shoot some night shots. And so after the kids were kind of winding down at the hotels, I wanted to just set up a couple shots around the hotel and just see how Portra looked at night. I brought my tripod, which I don't usually have a tripod with me, and I just wanted to set up a couple shots. There was this cool building behind our place in Carmel, and it just had these Christmas lights on it. It looked really pretty, and so I set up a shot. As I was getting it all set up, I grabbed a behind the scenes shot, got everything ready, took the photo, and then took one more over to the side of the hotel. And yeah, I think I forgot to focus on both of them. I don't think I like missed the focus. I think I just totally forgot to focus in worrying about everything else. So yeah, we all make mistakes. Hopefully we learn from them. But overall, this was a super fun trip. I had a blast. I really like how a lot of these photos came out, so hopefully you enjoyed it too. If any of these photos stood out to you, I'd love to hear which ones. It's always fun to hear what photos kind of stand out to other people. Obviously, I have an affinity for my kids, and so ones of my kids, you know, mean a lot more to me. But yeah, I would just love to hear what photos you like. Drop a comment below. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, do all that stuff, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks.